Welcome to Story Time, where soothing tales help you drift into deep, restful sleep. Tonight, let us journey through the gifts of imperfection, a tale of self-discovery, acceptance, and peace. The village of Eldenbrook was quiet, resting beneath a silver sky. At its edge, near the whispering pines, stood an old stone cottage where Eleanor Vale lived. A woman of quiet grace, Eleanor had spent most of her life chasing perfection until the day everything changed. For years, Eleanor had built walls around herself, carefully crafting a life that seemed flawless. She was the one people admired, the one who always had the right words, the right posture, the right way of doing things. But behind closed doors, she felt like a stranger to herself. One autumn evening, as the wind carried the scent of rain and damp earth, Eleanor sat by the dim glow of her fireplace. The old wooden clock on her wall ticked steadily, a reminder of time slipping through her fingers. That night, she found a letter. It was hidden inside the pages of an old book, a book she hadn't opened in years. The parchment was fragile, the ink faded, but the words were unmistakable. To my dearest Eleanor. If you are reading this, then perhaps you are ready. Ready to let go. Ready to embrace the truth of who you are. Meet me by the river at midnight. Jay. A shiver ran down her spine. She had no memory of this letter. Who was Jay? And why had they written to her? Something inside her stirred. A longing, a quiet voice whispering that she could not ignore this. She wrapped a woolen shawl around her shoulders and stepped into the night. The village slept as she walked through the empty streets, past the candlelit windows and the silent fields. The river awaited her, its surface dark and smooth as glass. And then, she saw him. A figure stood by the river's edge, his silhouette outlined by the soft glow of the moon. An old friend, long forgotten. Jasper, she whispered. He turned, his face gentle yet knowing. Eleanor, he said, his voice carrying the weight of years. You found the letter. I don't understand, she said, stepping closer. I don't remember writing to you. I don't remember so much. Jasper smiled, his eyes filled with something she couldn't quite place. Because you've spent so long trying to be someone you're not, you've forgotten who you were. But you can remember if you're willing. The river rippled at their feet. The reflection of the stars wavered as if the sky itself was waiting for her answer. How? She asked, her voice barely more than a breath. Jasper reached into his coat and pulled out a small, round mirror. Look, he said, holding it up to her. She hesitated, then peered into the glass. And what she saw stole her breath away. Not the polished, perfect version of herself she had spent years crafting. Not the poised woman who always said the right thing. But the girl she had once been. Messy-haired and wide-eyed, laughing in the summer rain. Barefoot in the fields, ink-stained fingers from writing stories no one else had read. A girl who had dreamed, unafraid of what the world thought. Tears welled in her eyes. I had forgotten her, she whispered. But she never forgot you, Jasper said. She has been waiting for you to return. The wind stirred the leaves, carrying their whispers through the night. Eleanor stood at the edge of the river, her heart pounding softly in her chest. She could feel it, the weight she had carried for so long, beginning to lift. She took the mirror from Jasper's hands and, with a deep breath, let it go. It fell into the water with barely a ripple, sinking beneath the surface, swallowed by the current of time. And as it vanished, so did something within her. The fear. The need for perfection. the heavy burden of expectation. All carried away by the river. Jasper smiled. "Welcome back, Eleanor." For the first time in years, she smiled back. And in that quiet moment, standing beneath the endless sky, she felt something she hadn't in a long, long time. Peace. And so, Eleanor let go of who she thought she was supposed to be, and embraced who she truly was. May this story from Storytime guide you gently into dreams, where you, too, can find peace in imperfection. Sleep well.
Thanks for your time. Please subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon for more.